Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm starting a new campaign. I haven't played this faction. I did play as the Confederacy briefly, but I think it's time to play as the Union, but I'm just going to call it the US campaign, because the Union won, and, you know, most of the US population lived in the North anyway. But, you know, recently the new Pope got chosen, and he's the first American Pope, and I don't know. I was just kind of thinking of that, like, you know, why don't I do an America campaign? That'd be kind of fitting. I just like to be random sometimes with my like faction choices. But anyway, should be really fun. I'm gonna when you start off, it's the Civil War, so I have to first take care of the Confederacy, make sure I control the whole continental U.S. Then I can, and then things can be really interesting. Some alternative history stuff, you know, because during that time, some, like, I think senators proposed colonizing, like, lands to the south, like colonizing Cuba, or like conquering Canada, like all kinds of like wacky extensions of Manifest Destiny existed. Like, how much further should how big should the U.S. really be until, you know, the current borders sort of crystallized and that became what it is today. So yeah, it could be interesting. We could go into we could go into East Asia. We could take over parts of Europe. We could do all kinds of interesting things. So it should be really, really fun. I do hope it's going to be stable, because for some reason a lot of the American custom settlements are especially likely to crash. So I'm gonna have to find a way to deal with that. Maybe by having more field battles instead of siege battles, and that could reduce the chance of it crashing. But anyway, without further ado, it's a long intro. Let's do this. Oh, and I'm gonna have the difficulty on very hard, because, you know, America's OP, so we gotta add some challenge to it. Alright, let's do this. So let's check the diplomacy panel. Yep, like I thought, the Civil War doesn't begin instantly. It's like a scripted event, so we have maybe 1 or 2 turns to prepare. So let's take a look. We start off pretty big, 10 regions. I usually prefer starting off with a smaller faction, but then you can kind of build it up optimally. Okay, we have a navy here. Oh, we have a Pacific Navy. That's not going to be super useful. Okay, the enemy navy is smaller. Let's move it a little bit closer so we could attack them. Any agents? No. So we want to move. What we really want to do is move as many troops as possible. This is going to be the main battlefield, and just like in the real Civil War that happened, right here around this area between Richmond and DC was where some of the bloodiest battles took place. And I think it's also where the Confederacy used some of its best generals, like Robert E. Lee. And I think here we do have a pretty good concentration of troops. Yeah, we're gonna have like a full stack. So I think the place where we're gonna be more kind of vulnerable is gonna be. Wow, we have damn, we have cannons, we have all kinds of stuff. Let's keep moving these. But yeah, I think right here on the East Coast, we're gonna have plenty of troops. The real issue is gonna be over here. Here we're kind of overstretched. And let's see, let's zoom in a little. So the furthest west that they have troops is right here near Tulsa. So yeah, basically right to the, like, Texas basically. So we gotta move some of these troops closer. And I'm not gonna attack them first. I'm gonna let the scripted event occur. So let's move this, and then in Chicago. New Orleans. So we could go this way, or we could go that way. Let's combine these troops, move them into this fort, and then we could be vulnerable here. Chicago. So for now, we'll put them in this fort. We have a lot of cannons. There's actually a... When I'm comparing it to some other factions I've played as, you know, I played as a few factions now. The Boers, Germany, and so on. The U.S. starts with a ton of firepower. It's pretty good. Let's move this as well. Oh, and then look, we have some cities over here as well. Now, it will leave me very vulnerable. So I do think I need to recruit an agent so we can have good relations with the British. How much money do I have? We're pretty broke. But let's invest in some cannons. It's fine. God, we're gonna be so strong. This is such a good starting position, and that's a big reason the U.S. became a superpower. You know, we have an ocean to the west, an ocean to the east. Canada, you know, barely anyone lives there. Not really a threat. And then over here, all these countries are very divided and small, and oftentimes dysfunctional as well. Let's see. Yeah, let's move this guy over here as well. How far can I move? Yeah, move over here. And then move these two. I'll have a big army right here. Maybe to protect the border against Mexico. Then we have some troops over here as well. Can I go this way? No. Combine. How's my public order? I'm moving out a lot of troops, so that could tank my public order. It looks fine. We have a fort over here as well. Nice big army right there. And then we have... I could... Yeah. Nice. Perfect 20 stack. And... Oh, and we also have a fort right here as well. Nice. Full stack. Perfect. And let's maybe... Let's swap some of these. I want to have all my cannons in DC. Yeah, right there. Oh, the cannon. Not enough movement points. All right, that'll do. I think I'm gonna end the turn pretty soon. Yeah, everything is ready. Oh yeah, I was gonna recruit a diplomat. That's what I got distracted by. Diplomat right here, New York. We'll set him up here. All right, let's end the turn. And I really got to maintain good relations with both Mexico and the British so that they don't get involved. Because I can't fight the Confederacy, and also because the Confederacy is pretty strong. They have, I think, they're almost the same units as me. And I think some of their units might be even better. Alright, let's see what's going on. Okay, war hasn't started yet. Morocco and Spain. Here's our diplomat. Alliance, trade rights. Are we in the negative? Oh! Wow, wasn't expecting that. And then we're going to also send a diplomat. It's the same one. I'm not going to spend money. Yeah, we're broke. We are super broke, so we need to start conquering pretty soon. Okay, good relations. We're also going to earn money from trading with them. We didn't have trade rights with the British earlier. Nice. We have the fourth strongest military. Let's take a look at the chart. So Russia's number 1. British are 2nd. The Ottomans are 3rd. French are... Oh, we're 4th, and then the French are 5th. We have a big stack right here. And we have Abe Lincoln right here. Who's our best general? Augustus. It's a cool name. Apparently this guy's one of the best. Apparently this guy's really good. This guy as well. A lot of my best generals are on the West Coast. They're like far away. Alright, so we're gonna leave Abe Lincoln right there. We're gonna take this army out. Let's move some of these troops south. Here we go. And let's start the war. Yep, Civil War has started. We have Richmond right here. We have... Let's lay siege, and then we have... Let's use this army. Atlanta. I'm just gonna auto-resolve because it has like no garrison. That'll earn us some money if we can sack it. And the Confederacy doesn't have that many settlements. We have 10. I think they have maybe like... We can probably count them. Yeah, we're gonna sack it. We need the money. Yeah, we're gonna make the taxes pretty high. Okay, first settlement down. So they have Savannah left. They have Richmond. That's 2 of them. New Orleans. 3, 4. They only have... I think they only have 4 more settlements left. So we're already doing some massive damage. But they do have these big armies that we gotta watch out for. And we have... We're gonna send this army over here. There's a big fort right here. Let's keep these... Let's merge some of these troops. Alright, half a stack right here. Wow, that's really far away. Alright, what else? Any troops that I haven't moved? How good are these guys? He's decent. This guy's 5-star. Could I keep going? No, I don't have enough. Don't have enough movement points. How far could I move these guys? Let's try something. So I could go for Houston, or I could go for this fort. Let's go for the fort so we can keep them busy so they can't defend. They can't reinforce Houston. That might be a good idea. How good's this general? Oh, he's really good. Reinforce it. There we go. Now we have basically a full stack. Let's move this guy as well. I have a bunch of cavalry there. Cavalry, it's not the best, but sometimes it's useful when like finishing up a battle. But they die. They die pretty easily. Should I move these guys to the south? Might as well. All right. So we've taken one place. We're laying siege to two others, and then we just got to deal with New Orleans and Savannah. And we have another army, smaller army to the west that's going to be coming in. I'm also considering disbanding these ships because they're kind of useless. They're not going to be helpful anytime soon. How long would it take to reach the East Coast? Yeah, it's 1, 2. Now, let's keep him for now. All right, let's end a turn. Let's see how the Confederacy reacts. Oh my God, no. We just made an alliance with them, but the British the British betrayed us. It's got to be a two-front war, so we need to finish. Yeah, it's going to be way harder now. We need to finish off the Confederacy as soon as possible. God damn. Let's get a trade agreement. Ooh, wow. And we're in debt. We're in a lot of trouble, but it's gonna be fine. We're gonna conquer like 4 settlements very quickly, and then we'll be the superpower. Netherlands and Morocco are at war. Russia and this unknown, I think that's like a Central Asian faction around like Kazakhstan. They're at war. And yeah, right here, look, see, betrayed. We just made an alliance with them. They betrayed us instantly. And they're laying siege to Chicago. Chicago, of course, totally defenseless. Let's keep moving some of these troops. Move to this fort. Maybe I could. So we have trade rights with Mexico. That's going to help. Really big Confederate army right here. I think I'm gonna end it here. So we've started off pretty well. Already taken Atlanta, getting ready to take the rest. And the next video, I'm gonna probably finish off the Confederacy, and then we're gonna deal with the British and Canada. It's pretty fun so far, pretty intense. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.